The world abounds in change through man's ability.
Oh, and then we had our Canadian. You can't tell me he's not on the spectrum.
Oh, no, he was
Never once met the guy. 100% sure he's on the spectrum.
You didn't meet Paulie?
I never met him in person.
Oh, no.
Oh, you sure?
We got to get him back.
No, you don't.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You met Zach, right?
Yeah.
I think I met Zach at a show.
No, he was at he was at my house, and then we were hanging out with him one time.
Maybe. I definitely didn't meet Paulie, though. I don't remember that guy. The only thing I know about Paulie is your impressions of him and the stories.
Oh, man.
Doug, I wish you could meet him or have met him, because you would see how dead on the impression is. It is not like anybody. Anytime we get to a show,
And that's why I'm like, you really don't have to get him back. Because, like, while I really want to meet a person who is exactly like your impression of Paulie, I also kind of don't.
like if you at, like, say we're at a show and, you know, talk to, let's see, our friend Rachel met him, Eric met him on his own. So if you asked, like, hey, Josh and Ken's friend Rachel, how close is their impression to Paulie? She would be like, that is spot on. Or if you're like, hey, give us an impression of Paulie from somebody that you don't know, and they gave you the exact same thing we did. I promise you, Doug, it is exactly that.
You know, the funny thing about Eric meeting Paulie was Eric was just up in Canada on, like, a family vacation or something.
Yeah, he just ran into him.
Yeah. His family stopped at a Flying J's, and Paulie was like, oh, I know a guy that... No, not Paulie. Eric was like, I know a guy that works at Flying J's. And sure fucking enough... Eric Blair? It's me, Paulie Psychotic, from the Let's Get Board.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god.
Just imagine that, Doug. Put yourself in our shoes. You're standing there at Harrisburg Airport, waiting for this fella to get off the plane.
Knowing that you got him for, what, 2 weeks? But you thought.
It felt like...
I think it might have been 2 weeks.
It may have been like 2 days.
It might have been 2 weeks. At least, maybe it was like 10 days.
I thought you said that he was supposed to stay for like a week or two and then stay longer.
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
No, Paul, I think it was 10 days, because we slept on getting ourselves a hotel room for Anti-Fest, and Paulie was like, I've got a room if you guys want to transport me. So that's how it got hooked up.
And you got to make nice with him, or else he's not going to let you stay in his room.
I mean, you think this, like, super cool horror punk kid's gonna be getting off the plane and be like, hey guys, what's up?
Just be like super chill and hang out.
His fan site was the gateway to a lot of the people and bands.
Yeah, I mean, he knew everything.
Yeah,
and
like
he'd already been here with Mr. Monster. He'd already stayed at the Monster House.
Now that's one.
Oh boy.
I would love to actually know those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you think you're getting this, like...
Hey, JV, here's some beef jerky and a Pepsi. Can you we'll buy your MP3s if you tell us Paulie's stories.
Oh my god.
I mean... we can hook up beef jerky and Pepsi.
So, what gets off the plane is... I thought they were going to search and give them my Mr. Monster shirt.
Oh boy.
Wouldn't it be fucking funny if Paulie was ribbing us? And he isn't that at all.
And just didn't break the
Canadian
time.
Andy Kaufman.
You know what? That's my headcanon now.
He's got a show called Farting Around with Americans where all he does is talk about the time he came down here.
The time? Probably Times.
Oh, yeah, the Times. Yeah.
I bet he gets into other fandoms, too. And comes and stays with them.
I'm Farting Around with Americans. We're going to talk... It's George Takei.
We're going to fuck around with some American bronies this time.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
He gets off the plane back in Canada, and it's like, Crystal, you'd never believe what I did.
I didn't know if I could do it.
Oh, man.
It
I
worked
don't
so
know.
well.
If he was
These guys are going to be talking about me for decades.
Yeah, and if he was acting, he's very good. That man's got some emotional range. Because as I listened to him beg and plead with his girlfriend to forgive him for taking a picture with the hot dancers of Ghoultown, and
That's why.
like
Because she was like, this guy is fucking Canadian machismo. She's like, those girls saw him, and he fucking rizzed them up.
He's got that tism riz.
yeah,
Right?
Tis riz.
Yes, sir. It's real. It's a real thing.
Like, it was actually a very legitimate concern that was
Yeah.
just, we had no idea, because like, Krista, I didn't sleep with a hotel girl.
it's like a picture of him with like eight strippers. She's surely they ran the train on her.
Did Ghoultown hire strippers for their
They didn't
show?
strip, but they were like
Like
stripper
dancers?
looking. They were dancers, yeah.
That's really interesting. I don't know that I've seen Ghoultown. I think I've been at fests where they played, but I didn't actually see them.
Oh, they showed up with like 8 strippers and a fucking like Bob's Big Boy cow.
Yeah, they did.
Like I don't know
Just put it in
why
the middle of the fucking floor.
they could. Yeah, it was just this giant like something you'd see outside of a steakhouse sign. You saw them pull up in their fucking tour van or whatever with like the trailer, and you think, oh, is there deer on there? No, it's their cow.
Okay. Yep.
Like a 10-foot tall cow statue.
You know what?
Whatever.
Why not?
They gave us the song Dirty Sanchez, so let them do what they want.
They performed their service to humanity. They don't. The rules don't apply
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh man, yeah, that was. That son of a bitch played us.
Yeah, he did. He got you good. It took you
Yeah.
15, 20 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2003.
And you didn't suss it out until just now.
A little older, took some wisdom. The wisdom of ages to figure that one out. Man.
And now that we figured it out, we're recording.
Mhm.
This is going in the episode. He's definitely been keeping tabs on us so that he can hear when we bring him up.
Yeah, we got it.
Because that's what gets him off.
Right.
We see you.
Oh, but
And he's going to email us now and be like, I fucking got you.
what if he has to kill us now that we know the secret?
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I've had a good
Even
run.
if he was a trained martial artist, I think I could take him. Like even if he was like fucking SEAL Team 6, I think I could take him.
You're gonna be laying down to sleep one night, and the power's gonna go out. And you're just like, "Don't worry, D. I'll go downstairs and reset the breaker." And you're gonna go in there.
And you're going to know it's either Paulie or like a kobold
Or
doing his best
or
Beavis
me
impression.
being Polly.
Yeah.
I've had a psychological
D-Man.
break, and I'm Polly now.
Oh, no.
What if it was D? What if
You pulled a Boots. You had a psychological break and your entire mode of speaking
my
changed.
we got to take Josh to media play weekly, even though we're just taking like fucking.
He doesn't even look at anything.
Like-
He just yells up into the sky, Evil Kenny!
Who would do that unless they were fucking with someone?
Evil Kenny! Glorious!
Oh my god! Oh god, we go here every week.
They closed like shortly
Yeah, it
after.
wasn't long after.
Every
That was probably 2. They probably had 2 years because that was 2003.
every once in a
Okay,
blue
yeah.
moon while you're sitting out there waiting for him to be done, somebody wanders up and asks you what's going on, and you just silently light a cigarette, take a really long draw, and sigh,
Yeah.
and go, let me tell you the story.
That wasn't even the only crazy thing that happened on that media play trip. I saw this big biker dude sussing out the box sets, and he looked at me and he picked up the thumb box
The
sets.
Thumb Trilogy.
Yeah, the thumb trilogy, and he did even put it in his coat, his leather jacket.
He knew something you didn't, because that box set's kind of worth bank now.
Oh, he's sitting on it. He's got a warehouse full.
Yeah.
Yep.
All stolen.
Yep.
He stole 5,000 copies of the All Thumbs box set.
If that guy is still alive, there's no way that box set's in good condition.
When did it go? Yeah, because that has to be. That couldn't have been valuable. That could only be valuable for the last couple of years, right?
I think it actually went up pretty quickly, because I don't think they made all that many of them.
Well, they shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have. And the ones that they made, people didn't fucking buy them, because why would they? I bought it, but we all know that.
Why did you do that?
Because I like bad things.
You shouldn't have bought it. You should have just stolen it.
I should have just stole it. It wasn't going to come back at me at all. Actually looking to see if I'm right
Can't be
about
that.
All right, it's not that valuable.
Say
like $50, but still, for a used DVD set of
yeah,
thumb movies,
yeah,
that's pretty high.
yeah.
If you got it brand new, it's like 100 or so. 100 or so.
100 for 3 Thumb movies: Thumb Wars, Bat Thumb, and what was the third movie?
Oh no, it was like 5 or 6.
The real winners are the fuckers that were like, "Can you put a face on my thumb?" Yeah. All right, shit.
It was 6 movies: Thumb Wars, Thumbtanic, Franken Thumb, The Blair Thumb, Bat Thumb, and The God Thumb.
I remember Blair Thumb.
The God Thumb.
Oh, the Blair Thumb has my favorite like character name of all time, because this dude's name is Jish. And they never go into it. They're just like, this is Jish, and he's just like, what's up? Because you know that's exactly what Jish sounds like.
How did I not watch that during one of the Halloweens?
Oh yeah, they're all on the Plex.
You know what? Maybe I'll put that on tonight.
They're good. They're a good time. Like, they're dumb as fuck, but they're fun. Like, I even like Franken Thumb quite a bit.
It can't be as bad as Skinamarink, which you would expect.
Listen, the most positive thing that I've ever been able to say about Skinamarink, I mean, I guess the most positive thing was, like, they did quite a bit with what they had, but, like, your response to that being, did they, was valid. So the most charitable, good, like, true thing that I've ever said about Skinamarink is, it would be a hard recommend.
Yeah.
To anybody. Like, I don't actually know anybody who I think would, like, legitimately enjoy it.
When I was reading the Letterboxd reviews on it, finally, like, decide to go forward with watching it.
Right.
You know, people are like, this movie left me shaking and in tears, and I couldn't. It's been days, and I'm still fucking scarred.
That's what Paulie really sounds like.
I was like, okay, something crazy happens in this movie.
Right? You expect at least something to get you, right? Like, even if it's just 2 hours of literally nothing and then something that sticks with you.
I was watching it, and I forget who I was texting. I don't know if I texted our chat or maybe like
You
my
texted our
with
chat
Rob.
after you watched it.
Okay, so I probably texted Rob then, and like, this fucking horrible, it's the most boring thing I have ever fucking seen. He's like, well, just fast forward to the last half hour. That's when everything happens. And I'd already watched most of the movie, so I'm like, no,
I've watched an hour and a half.
I'm gonna ride it out.
I've already
Right.
watched an hour and a half, Rob.
People will be like, have you seen Skinamarink? Yes, except for the 10 minutes before the final half hour of the movie.
Which, you know what? I always say no. Don't just fucking skip something because
no, I agree.
you take it in. Skinamarink, you could have fucking skipped everything. Okay, the movie is just like one shot for 10 minutes, and then another shot for 10 minutes, and fucking whispering.
It
which
felt-
you miss if you don't have the subtitles on.
It kind of felt like a longer, more boring version of Manos. Because, like when you watch that, you can tell that they were using, like, a hand-wound, like, 16mm film camera that gives you, like, a 30-some second shot. And then they just cut those 30-second shots together.
Right.
They didn't cut them.
They did a play.
They did a play in 30-second increments. Like, very rarely did you get a cut before 30 seconds had passed because, like, they were like, we paid for all this fucking film. We're gonna use it. And so that's why people say lines twice. like they just didn't cut anything. They might have cut entire takes.
Yeah.
But not.
It
feels like that. Like they're filming in 10-minute increments.
Yeah.
And they just let it go.
I watched about 5, 10, 15 minutes of it maybe.
Yeah.
And
Before you fell asleep and then never went
I
back
was
to
just
it.
like, this isn't happening right now. And
It should never happen.
so I think that style, I don't know what style it's called. I call it the backroom style because that's when I first saw it. It was on YouTube, the backroom shorts.
Oh, sort of. Oh, there's a term for it.
Yeah, I don't. It's
It's like
a term.
VHS something.
Probably
like it's
VHS
got
core.
VHS. I don't think it's core though.
Probably nobody has any creativity anymore with naming everything score something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever that style is,
Yeah.
I think it has promise. I think you could do some really cool stuff because of how raw and realistic things feel.
But things actually have to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like you actually have to do something. You can't just.
Right. That original backroom short was fantastic. But
And that's what I should have watched.
yeah, it's like 9 minutes.
So. How do I put this? I get that part of the movie being scary, Skinamarink being scary, is putting yourself in sort of the shoes of the kids in the movie. And I didn't really think about it in that way until after I had seen it, and I don't remember anything about the movie anymore. But shortly after watching it, there were still a few things in my head that hadn't completely evaporated yet, and even thinking about that stuff in the context of being a child, I don't think I would have been that scared if I was a literal child experiencing it for real. Like, most of that movie was just not... And the stuff that would have made them shit their pants, I don't think they actually saw. We saw it.
Okay.
But I don't think the kids necessarily saw anything.
I thought the only, like, creepy part in it was when the kid was in the bedroom. I think it was the daughter. The sister was in the bedroom with the lady who disappears. So you're like, okay, is something actually going to happen? No.
Nope,
No.
it was just another cock tease.
Yeah.
And it does continually do that. It will make you think that something's going to happen, and maybe that's enough for the people who keep creaming their pants over it on, like, review sites.
I got down to shit on Reddit because someone made a Skinamarink thread and was like, what do you guys think of this? And I was like, I see where people might like it, but I thought it was one of the most boring movies I ever saw. And the Skinamarink fans did not like that. They're all like, oh my god, the faceless entity at the end, it still gives me horrors.
Oh, boy.
You've never seen a movie before, have
Relax.
you?
You need to relax.
Yeah.
Person.
I won't go so far as Josh did to tell you that you shouldn't watch it. One, because I don't respect your time, and
Right.
also because I'm interested to see what form your disappointment takes.
Yeah.
Because mine was like very much like I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish that I hadn't watched it because it was a way better movie in my head before I saw
Sure.
it.
I'll probably at some point maybe watch it, but that style, like I said, I've only seen it done well once, and it was a 9-minute short. And everything I've watched since, where they're like stop expanding on the mythos for your awesome YouTube video.
Mhm.
Stop. Make something else.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a very interesting mythos to begin with.
Right. What, like, whatever, dude. I saw this done really well once, but I can't imagine expanding it in a satisfying way.
I started watching Ted Lasso.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's a
Ted Lasso is
fun
so
show.
good.
It's a nice feel-good show.
Yeah, it is. That was so good.
I was really sad when it ended, but also, like, honestly,
It's a-
kind of glad they ended it before
Yeah.
it started to suck.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like there's going to be a 4th season.
Yeah?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
I mean, there was room for it.
yeah.
There
sure.
was. Yeah, there was room for it.
Even if it's like a short season, I think that might be for the
Yeah.
best. But, like, it would be cool to see an
Um,
update on those characters.
I'm only like 6 or 7 episodes
Okay.
into the first season.
It's funny because the second season, they got paid a bunch of money to make like 2 extra episodes, and those 2 episodes, one's a Christmas episode, and one is just a really fucking weird episode where Coach Beard just disappears for the night, and then you see what he did that night, and it's just like fucking trippy episode. And those are 2 of my favorite episodes.
Really?
Yeah, like they're so good. There's like the Christmas episode is just really funny, and the Coach Beard episode is so fucking bizarre and hilarious.
Coach Beard is amazing.
Yes.
By far, favorite character on that show.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, and like it started out like very early in the series. I was like, oh yeah, I like this guy, and it just builds. From
Yeah.
there. They just keep making him better. He's great. I looked up to try to figure out what that sort of genre of film is called. It's not VHS anything. It's analog horror.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some of it that's pretty good. Seen
It's not a great name because
most of it that I've seen is trash.
we had
but-
analog horror already when things were on analog.
Oh sure, yeah. Like
Like-
like laser discs.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
We've
a
had.
VHS
Did you hear the
tapes.
Street Trash remake?
What?
Went on streaming today.
I didn't know they were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It's like a remake sequel.
To use net.
Yeah, I just heard that somebody on the Joe Bob thing said they watched it and they were like, I don't know, it was fine. And I was like, I mean, you're not going to beat the original, so.
No, the original. While I won't put it on the same level of Lightning in a Bottle as Ghostbusters.
Same conversation?
Kind of. Yeah, like
I would put it in the realm of like Killer Clowns.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's like a
Yeah.
Killer Clowns that nobody's seen.
If
Yeah,
somebody else made Killer Clowns with more money, it would suck.
Yeah, right.
So
I mean, just in that like cult realm.
Yeah,
Because Ghostbusters really transcended that.
yeah.
Street Trash 2024.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I heard it was happening, and then all of a sudden I saw someone reviewed it.
Yes, ma'am.
Doug, have you watched Mad God? The
No.
claymation?
That God's fucking something.
Dude, you gotta check that out.
I think we might have it.
Yeah, Phil
But I
Tippett,
haven't
one of the
watched it.
Star Wars animator guys.
Decided to do a horror movie?
It's a fully claymation horror movie.
Is it like
Journey-
feature length?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's like
shit.
a journey through hell.
Yeah, he's been working on it for like 40 years.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude, check it out. It's fucking,
Wow.
it's wild as hell.
It makes no sense.
Oh yeah, no,
But you
it doesn't-
appreciate the effort.
It's at least it makes no sense, but you can tell this is just a Tool video without Tool.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Tool videos
yeah,
are
me
interesting
too.
as hell.
It's like fucking yes.
yeah.
I watch Tool videos on mute anyways.
I've turned Tool off if it's audio. I've not turned Tool off if it's video.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a feature-length Tool video without Tool.
It's like sober,
Right? Yeah.
but like an hour and a half
Yeah.
long. Sign me up.
My favorite part by far, there's these little like, I don't know what is exactly happening, but there's these like little hair slaves. They're like made out of hair.
Little hair slaves.
Yeah, I don't know what you call them. But and then there's this big like hippo rhino thing, and it's got nipples on its nutsack. And the little hair guy's walking by, and it's it's just a form of a human made out of hair. It's not. There's no like
And nipples.
and no features. But he walks by this thing's nutsack, and he looks up and he sees a nipple, and he goes to get his shot. He squeezes it. It's just like I love it. I may only be hair, but I saw my shot.
Oh.
Yeah, you should check out Mad God. It's
Will do.
Yeah,
That sounds
it's really fantastic.
fascinating. It sounds fascinating
Yeah,
is the
that's
word
what-
that I'm
that's what I would
thinking.
say.
Yeah. I also really want to watch that Full Moon stop motion animation.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still haven't gotten around to that.
Double feature. Do yourself
Yeah.
a stop motion double feature.
Yeah. I think I had seen one of the like Full Moon, whatever they called their extended features on their old VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen one of those on that movie.
Okay.
Because they did put out a
Yeah.
couple like updates on the production of it back in the day.
I found
but-
out, speaking of filming today, you know the cover of I Spit on Your Grave, the original?
Mm-hmm.
The woman, you see her backside, and she's like walking through the woods.
Yeah.
It's Demi Moore.
Really?
Yeah, Charles Band hooked her up with that gig.
Huh.
She was just the model for the poster art. That's it.
So you're telling me that Charles Band played an instrumental
Yeah.
part in launching Demi Moore's career?
I don't know if it like launched her career.
Right, but like he got her work.
He got her work at some point, yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't remember if it came up or not. Anyone else watch The Substance?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie.
That was very good. It was another one where I didn't like it as much until I thought about it for a while afterwards. I had to digest
Those are
it a
fun
little
where it's
bit.
just like,
but-
well, that's sitting with me. I wonder why.
Yeah.
You think about it, you're like, you know what? That was the best I thought.
Yeah, yeah. The last sequence in the movie, I'm of two minds
Was
about
a
it.
bit wacky.
It did not feel like it needed to be there. They could have cut right before that sequence happened and rolled the credits, and it would have made perfect sense. And it didn't feel like it felt tacked on. But at the same time, it was really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend The Substance to anybody who has the stomach for gross body
Body
horror.
horror.
Yeah.
I do.
You know, I wasn't really sure.
We're just talking about
if,
straight trash.
I wasn't really sure if her showing up, in front of that whole crowd actually happened or not. Because, like,
Oh.
the thing that stuck out as really weird to me was, like, there were kids in the audience. But before she came out, there were a bunch of showgirls just dancing on stage with their titties out.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like, in what world do you basically put a bunch of titties out there in front of kids? Is this really happening?
Wow.
I mean, it could have been part of the commentary because, like, we do expose children to a lot of over-sexualized stuff, even just through like normal media.
What if it's the other
But it's
way?
not like just tits out.
What if it's the
usually.
other way, where it's just like, man, let the kids see some titties. Normalize titties.
I don't think this movie would have said that. That's not in character for this
Yeah.
film.
Having never seen the film.
Sounds like Vikings to me. I started watching Vikings recently, and that's actually what led me to Ted Lasso, because like this show's fucking depressing and everyone kind of sucks.
I need some feel-good shit
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, and this is fucking weird because the writer of the show casts his daughter in the show, and his daughter's naked. Like-
Argento.
Tits and bush out.
Yeah,
Tits
at
and
least
bush
Argento
out.
was Italian.
Yeah, right.
An excuse.
Yeah.
It's a possibly racist excuse, but I'll forgive him for it
Yep.
because he was Italian. Like, is he still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is he
Yeah.
still making films?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Just released one in 22. I watched it this year. Black Glasses.
Yeah.
Much better. Much better than anything he's done in like 20 years.
I feel like I might need to catch up on like adding his movies to the Plex
You
because
don't watch. Just add them to watch them.
right. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I stopped. Like I went through and like downloaded every movie that he'd made at that point years ago, and never went back to it because I assumed he was dead.
No, he made films. Oh, let's see. He did 2 episodes of Masters of Horror. Then he did.
I liked his episode. I liked one of his episodes of Masters of Horror. I don't remember the other one.
He did
Jennifer
2?
was the good one.
I liked Jennifer.
How many people did they have to do 2 episodes of Masters of Horror?
Did they have a second season?
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He did Jennifer and Peltz. Peltz was the one with Meatloaf.
I don't know if I watched Peltz.
He got like. It's like a fur coat that he kept wanting to add people to or some shit. I forget.
Yeah, I don't think
It
I
wasn't
watched that
good.
one.
Peltz was not good. Jennifer was cool as shit. I remember watching that with Bruce, and Bruce just losing it when she ate the carny, and Bruce is just cackling, going, "She ate the carny!" Ah! That was a good memory. Yeah, he did that. Then he did Do You Like Hitchcock, which was like a TV giallo, and then he did a movie called Giallo. Might have done some. Oh, he did Mother of Tears, which is garbage, but I should watch again to confirm that it was garbage.
I'm going to keep watching it until I like it.
Oh, it looks like they actually invited most of the people who directed episodes in season 1 back to do another one in season 2.
I don't remember too much about Masters of Horror.
A lot of them were. I should probably watch those because there were some that I know the plots of them, but I know I didn't watch them. I know I liked the Argento one. I liked Cigarette Burns a lot. That was Joe Dante. No, it wasn't Joe Dante. That might have been Wes. No, John Carpenter. Yeah. Where he had the film and the devil showed up.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
I liked, it was the one that was banned. I don't remember what it was called, but it was Takeshi Miike? Meek?
Takeshi Miike. I think it's Miike.
I never knew how to pronounce his last
Miike.
name, but...
Imprint.
Yeah, it had Billy Draco,
Yeah.
who unfortunately is dead now. He was such a great bad guy in so many things.
I didn't know he was dead.
Yeah,
I remember that guy.
he died a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. I didn't recognize the name, but I recognized the face for sure.
Yep.
You don't forget that much. Huh.
He was always really good in things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and work my way through Masters of Horror.
I think I'm going to do the same thing, because I'm realizing now that I think I remember even less about it than Josh does.
Yeah. I know the Stuart Gordon ones were Stuart Gordon ones, so.
Mm-hmm. As they tend to be.
One solid, you know what you're getting.
Did
Somebody's
Stuart Gordon
pineal
do the
glands
one
coming
with,
out the forehead.
Angela Bettis and Misty Monday?
Lucky McKee did Angela Bettis.
Okay.
Because
That-
he did May. They hooked, they did May together, and then she was in like everything else he did.
Yeah, that was Misty Monday's legit debut.
She was like a softcore, or was she actual porn?
She was a softcore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it is softcore, but she was always in those the parody movies, like Lord of the G Strings and
That's
shit,
right. That's right. Yeah.
which I fucking love. Okay, in my eyes, you have the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. Then you have Lord of the G Strings, which sits right up there with it. And then you have the second Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Hobbit trilogy. Okay, I would put Lord of the G-Strings like light years above the Hobbit trilogy. And I wish they made... I wish they completed the Lord of the G-Strings trilogy.
Oh, man.
I only watched the first Hobbit movie. I
That's
never
a
actually watched the...
So, when the third... Because that was back when Mom was going to the movies a lot. We went to go see the third one right after I bought the house, and we went to my Aunt Carla's funeral. It's the only time my mom ever embarrassed me. Like, we're at the fucking funeral. Why are you bragging that I just bought a house to everybody? Like, and I know why, because that part of the family was always kind of dismissive of us, because my dad, they always just assumed my dad was dumb and, blah, 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 family shit. But I was just like, oh my God, let's go watch The Hobbit, please. Yeah, I rewatched them. I put them on, we'll say.
Yeah.
And did stuff.
Background
Paid
noise.
attention to enough to know where I was in the story. Didn't need to happen. I put them on just to see the battle scenes, and even those are underwhelming.
I think the versions of them that I have on the Plex are the extended cuts, and I'm pretty sure that the combined runtime of the extended cuts of the Hobbit movies is longer than the extended cuts of the Lord of the Ring movies, and it was one very short book for children.
Yeah.
I had no desire to watch another.
Is the Battle of the
6
Five
hours.
Armies part of The Hobbit?
The Battle of Five Armies is. It's. We learn very little about it because Bilbo's unconscious the whole time. So he gets knocked out in the book and then wakes up after it's over. And they made a whole fucking movie about
Hell
it.
yeah, Tolkien.
Yeah. He's like, fuck this. I'm not writing that whole war.
That's wild to me. That he was just like, I'm going to write a children's book. It's a cutesy little children's book. Little, fantasy adventure. And they're like, hey, you want to do and he's just like, yeah, I want to do a follow-up. Motherfucker.
It's even crazier than that.
50,000 pages.
It's actually even crazier than that because he wrote The Hobbit like as an introduction.
Yeah.
It was just something to do with all of the languages and history he was inventing about this world. Mm-hmm. And then once people liked it, they were like, oh, we'll publish whatever, dude. And he's like, all right. You got it. They were just lapping it up after Lord of the Rings, and he's like, now I'm going to publish the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
And they're like, word, dude, give it to us. And they put it out there, and
did.
everybody was like, oh.
That's a lot of words, friend.
That's an awful lot of words.
I bought that.
Mm-hmm. It's so dry.
Your mom doesn't brag at funerals about that.
Not at all.
My boy Kenny got the Silmarillion.
He read 4 pages of it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
And this Canadian feller came down and duped us.
I just like, ooh, man. Could you imagine?
He fucking broke her. He was so fascinated by this.
That was the most entertaining. You know who also broke my mom's claw because he's utterly fascinated with it? Shay's 3-year-old. Or whatever.
Well, they say you get it from your dad.
Yeah,
so.
one of his kids did.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, we're giving him too much credit.
20-year-old Canadian, 2 3-year-old.
You know what's even more impressive is he was only pretending to be autistic.
Yeah. I bet if I break this.
I need to find something to hyperfixate on as soon as I get there.
Yeah.
And then, Crystal, I broke his mother's claw toy.
Crystal, tonight, he's taking me out to the front yard and he's going to cover me in fake blood and take pictures of me.
He thought he was just going to do it for his cousin. But I said, Evil Kenny, make me a zombie.
Well, actually, I said, Evil Kenny! That actually hurt a little bit. I don't think I can do that voice.
Fucking blood jewel that just formed in the pit of his belly button.
We did the Sammy picture, and it all just went straight to that belly. It went.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh, how do I entertain this Canadian? I guess I gotta paint him.
I even brought the makeup for you, okay?
We're painting the Canuck red tonight, boys.
The fools fed me potpourri.
Yes, I ate it.
I've committed to the bit.
Oh man.
You want a ginger mint?
A ginger mint?
Yeah.
This is a good idea.
Oh, I like them. Do you like ginger?
I think I meant to find your, what were they? The things you thought were like a
beaver
foreign
nuggets.
delicacy.
Beaver nuggets.
Your beaver nuggets. I meant to bring some beaver nuggets, but I forgot all about it.
That is ginger. Mm-hmm. It's better than the ginger they put on the sushi tray, I'll tell you that. Raw ginger? That's rough. I don't know why it's there.
I mean, it's pickled.
Yeah, why?
It's intended to be a palate cleanser between different types of sushi, so that you can fully appreciate the nuance of all of them. So most of the sushi joints we have around here, I also don't know why it's there.
Yeah,
There's no nuance.
This is not
it's fish and rice.
What's his name? Jiro?
Jiro.
Yeah, this is not Jiro sushi.
I don't know if I ever finished watching that.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I never watched it. Casey wanted to, and I agreed to, but then we never did.
It's just a really intense Japanese guy, and you're just watching him, how his sole being is to make sushi.
Okay.
I don't know if I could eat at his restaurant, though. He, like, makes a piece of sushi, then he gives it to you, and you eat it, and he watches you, and then he makes another piece of sushi.
You know who else is autistic?
Yeah.
Is it like Jiro Sato or something?
Something like that,
Jiro, this is a terrible time to tell you I really don't care for fish.
It's like, well, you're the dumbass because you paid out the tits.
You paid a lot of money to eat this fish.
To sit in my little 6-chair restaurant in a Subway. It's like, it's just like down some stairs on a main street somewhere.
Does he use the feedback that he gets from watching you eat it to like make the next one more to your liking?
I get
Probably
the feeling
not.
if you don't like it, you're wrong and not him.
Got it.
That's the feeling I get.
It's like if you go to Kawada's ramen shop.
Oh yeah.
You eat that ramen whether you like it or not.
If you don't like
You're
it,
gonna pay.
Your teeth are coming out of your mouth.
First he takes his teeth out. And that's the warning.
Yeah.
Eat.
You better slurp those fucking noodles. I got so excited because the new sushi place opened right next to my office. Mm-hmm. And I thought, based on the signs that I kept seeing, they're like the little like political signs that they just stake into the ground, but it's an advertisement for the restaurant, and I thought it said Sushi Dashi is now open, and I'm like, a sushi and ramen place? Yeah, I'm fucking cool. In. It's called Sushi Dash.
Oh man, they're just giving you giant sushi, giant food store sushi.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
The guys that work there are actually Japanese. So
that's a good sign.
It was really funny because I wore my Weebu Shiku shirt in one time, and I forgot about it. And the guy looked at me and looked at my shirt, and then gave me like a really weird look, and then handed me my food, and I left. Like I'm walking out, and I'm like, why did he look at me so? Oh.
There's no good. The best sushi place around me is in Hummelstown. Tokyo House. It's alright. It's up by where the Kmart was in Hummelstown.
Oh, okay.
It's more of a hibachi place.
Hmm.
That's probably the best sushi. There's lots of pho places.
Oh yeah.
In Lebanon,
yeah.
But I don't know how to order it.
I'll just get number one.
I got it one time, but somebody ordered it from me at work, and I'm like, D, I think you would like this. And we look at the menu, and I'm like.
That scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
I looked up and saw these eyes just peering over your shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
It's amazing if it's good. I've had bad pho.
I've had
It's not
the
good.
one time I had it, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would know bad, but it's this place in York that's like known for it, where we all went, and the guys, some of them are actually knowledgeable, and they said it was fantastic. It's some of the best around. So
The worst pho I've ever had was like it mostly just tasted like cinnamon. Yeah. So like you'd probably know if you got bad stuff. Like it's but yeah, no, if it's done right, that's like possibly the best soup.
Yeah.
And that's coming
Excuse
from
me.
me.
Soup King.
Yeah.
Yeah, pho's really good.
Yeah. I would I wish that Try Asian Taste still existed here in Mechanicsburg because they actually had the best sushi I've had in this area.
Really?
And it was very reasonably
Did you ever
priced.
have Himalayan? There's a Himalayan place over by the Giant on Trindle.
No.
I that was one that I don't know anything about Himalayan, but I was like, well, I'll ask Doug. Just what is Himalayan food? Because
Yeah, well,
if he'd probably have tried this.
Yeah, I don't think I knew it was there.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out. We went to Yak and Yeti, which is it Bhutanese?
Wait, Yak and Yeti, not the Yakking Yeti.
The Yak and Yeti, yeah.
The Yakking Yeti. That's pretty good.
Awkward silence.
Right. I'm here Googling Yak and Yeti. Oh, it's Nepali.
Okay.
That was very good.
Yeah. We went to the ramen place and there's one in oh man, I think it's just called Miso Ramen. There's one in York and one in
Miso
West.
horny.
Yeah, it did. Did I talk about it on the show where we went to D and I went on a ramen date and there was a guy on a date next to us?
I don't know.
Really good. Like I've it's been this place has been recommended to me, so we had a date night. We went down to Lancaster. It's in the city, like a real authentic ramen joint. And we order our food, and we were fucking struggling to eat soup with the chopsticks.
Oh.
And
Well,
there's
typically need a spoon for soup.
They don't give you a
Yeah.
spoon with it?
yeah,
Okay.
but it's that little
It's like a boat spoon?
yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get like big chunks of noodles and slurp them up. That's how you're supposed to eat it, because you can't get shit on that little spoon as far as chunks of, you know, solid in there.
Yeah.
And this dude is on a date next to us, and he's Japanese, and the guy he was there on a date with, he was teaching him, and I'm like, like,
You were cribbing.
yep,
You guys
Off
are
the
stealing
other guy.
lessons.
yep, absolutely,
That's so good.
absolutely. And they left. I didn't get a chance to say thank you, but I would have if they didn't get out of there. Yeah, that was really good.
There's a ramen place in the Capital City Mall
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
that we're gonna check out probably pretty soon. I thought it was gonna be in the food court. It's
no,
not.
No, it's like down, just a store.
Malls are getting weird now.
They are.
The ones that aren't closing are getting weird.
I mean, they got to fill those spaces with something.
I still, man, I told you guys we went over there looking for shoes, and that was like it was like 1995 in that mall. It was packed for no reason.
That's fucked up.
People they were actually it was, like I thought for sure there's got to be something going on to draw all these people, but they were just shopping.
That's so bizarre.
It was crazy.
It's weird because, like, I know it's come up a million times over the fucking decade we've done this. But, like, I don't want to go out to shop.
Yeah,
I'm more than happy
Right.
to just go online and order what I want.
100% my fault.
But it bums me out that malls don't have a reason to exist anymore.
Yeah, that's
Malls are dead. Regular stores are dead. Like, I went to Best Buy just to exchange the PS5 controller. And it's not Best Buy anymore. It's like a big empty.
it's like computers and
building.
appliances.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
sad.
it's. I can't say that I like. Dee and I'm in my house 90% of the week.
Mm-hmm.
She is not. She's a teacher. She's at school early. She works late. So we have this like back and forth like on the weekends of like, I got to get out of this house. And she's like, I don't want to go anywhere.
Right.
So the compromise is we go to Target a lot. Because she can always go to Target.
Not even like going to the Target anymore.
Yeah, and like I go into Target and I'm like, this isn't like, nothing's enjoyable. Like even browsing isn't enjoyable. I don't even like once in a while. I like going to Second and Charles now, but there's no reason for me to buy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because Yarhar, I'm a pirate that can get a hold of fucking everything.
Yeah.
it's also kind of fucked up because like if
Which is-
you're over a certain size in clothing, you can't go to the store and buy it anymore. They don't even have it. It's only online.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, so you're fat, so you don't get to try on your clothes before you buy them.
yeah.
Like,
Did they get rid of Big and Tall?
I think a lot of places did, especially in women's clothing. They've moved everything above, like everything that used to be considered the plus size department. It's online only.
See, I didn't even know places had a
I don't know,
plus
there's
size
a lot-
department.
There's a lot of big
I
girl
just went with Big and
mannequins.
Tall, the store.
Oh, I see.
Which
I
I
think
guess
that Big
is
and Tall probably
Like
exists.
casual XL now or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of big lady mannequins at Kohl's.
Kohl's will still have stuff. Walmart will still have stuff because they've seen the pictures. They know who shops in those stores. But
Yeah,
Target,
Yeah,
they don't have any big stuff anymore. It's just on the website, and good luck.
Not to bring the fun down, but Walmart CEO just announced that they're going to have to raise prices if Trump's tariffs go into effect.
I
Just sat back and smiled.
I've never followed the leopards ate my face subreddit before.
I love it.
But I'm
I
gonna
love it.
because it's gonna be full of shit the next 4 years. Fuck me.
It will, but also there's a high percent chance that the tariffs, he just doesn't fucking do anything, and they don't happen, and things
True.
just keep getting bad at the rate they are now.
Mhm.
So that's the better option, which is fucking crazy.
It really is.
Like, can we keep driving off this cliff at this current speed, please?
Yeah.
His yes man who quit his job to become Attorney General just announced that he's not going to become Attorney
Yeah,
General.
I think I don't want to get. One of my coworkers said this, and I might agree that was probably him playing his version of 4D chess. He's like, yeah, everybody's gonna know how to be fucking. I gotta get out of
Oh
Congress.
yeah. I made the joke at the office
Yeah.
today that he was probably afraid that Chris Hansen was going to be at the end.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna come up.
He's like, I gotta get out of Congress fast. So he's just like, oh yeah, I'm resigning to be Attorney General, and I can't
Oh no,
be
I can't be attorney. General. Forget that I was fucking kids.
Yeah. So he's just clean.
I mean, he won't get off clean, but
No.
it's just that when he gets convicted, nobody will care
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
He
And
won't
then
be
he'll get
convicted. They'll make
Yeah.
him go away. Cause whatever is in that report is real fucking
It's gotta be bad.
when everyone, like, even the GOP is like, no, we're not going to vote for you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and he even had Trump being like, well, they can just go fuck off and I'll point you anyway.
And they're just like, nah, it's not gonna happen.
No.
That's gotta be. Now I need to see it. Right? Now I need to know. I had to know what was in that Vince McMahon affidavit thing, so it can't be that bad.
Oh,
So
it
now I gotta
has to be because like someone came out in a lawsuit saying like they walked in to a party a couple years ago and they saw him fucking an underage person. And not saying it's okay, but in my mind I was like, well, how old is Matt Gaetz? Was this like 20-year-old Matt Gaetz was banging an 18, not 18, like a 17-year-old?
Yeah, not okay in the realm of
Yeah, but
something stupid that a 20-year-old do.
Yeah, right.
age-wise, they're very close, and you could be like, this was a bad decision.
Yeah.
See, even saying that just
Yeah,
sounds fucking
yeah, I
slimy.
know.
But, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
The level
Matt
of...
Gaetz is older than me.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And if this happened, like...
Oh my god, that motherfucker knows
3
who
years
Butthead
ago?
is from Beavis and Butthead and was like, yeah, I am going to look like that guy. I thought he was younger, just didn't know.
I mean, if he's just older than you,
He's probably
he
like,
was in the prime demographic for Beavis and
Yeah.
Butthead.
ooh,
Yeah, but that means he was like... He was in his late 30s, fucking a kid.
Well,
And if that's already made it out... Ooh.
yeah.
right, what else is in there?
Yeah.
Also,
That I still feel slimy. That sounds
Yeah,
horrible
right,
what
yeah,
I said.
I-
Like, if he was 20, like, no.
well, see, that's the
it's
kind of
not
poor
okay.
decision making that you make when you're 20.
Yeah,
It's not
But-
okay, but like,
the way I said it
yeah.
was like, you can understand. No, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no.
Right.
If somebody came to me and said, if somebody was like, hey, I was fucking stupid, and this person that I was dating when I was in high school, she was a freshman, I was a senior. Yeah, but maybe,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not what happened. This is not what happened.
no. This was a guy in his 30s
That's fucking awful.
banging a high schooler. Like,
God, I didn't want to hang around with high schoolers when I was like 25. I was just like, oh yeah, I can't stand you.
Somebody on TikTok recently was talking about how, like, in their high school, it was like combined, like they had like the 8th and maybe even the 7th graders in the high school, and you would hear the like pre-high school age kids like, "Oh yeah, I'm dating a senior." Like, it was not uncommon, and it's like,
Ugh.
these are the kind of poor decisions you make
Yeah.
when you're that young, but at the same time, like, fucking what? Like, I didn't even want to hang around with 7th graders when I was a
No,
senior.
fuck,
I didn't want
I-
to be around those kids.
No.
They were obnoxious as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I had like 7th graders when I was in 7th.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Right, I liked some 7th graders.
Not me. He wanted to beat me up.
I did not. I did not.
I can't believe you wanted to beat him up.
Just every time I saw him in the hallway, I was just giving him the throat slit.
One time I was getting in my locker and someone just shoved me in there. I know who it is now.
He does the throat slit,
Yeah.
and then like pantomimes making your corpse suck his dick. Who's the guy who does I Think You Should Leave?
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
That sounds like one of his bits. That just kind of popped into my head fully formed, and I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy. And then the other person would be like, Are you pantomiming making my dead body fellate you? What are you doing? Yeah. That's absolutely his style of comedy. Oh, gentlemen. I think I gotta go make a bowel movement.
We'll be back after these words from our sponsor.
And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission.
I still feel like that situation did not get resolved in the bathroom. I think I'm a little blocked up.
Oh my god. Have I talked about Ozempic
Yeah.
on this thing? I am so fucking sick of that.
I think we talked about like 3-4 weeks ago, and you said you were going to say you were done.
Yeah, and I should have.
Yeah.
But the doctor was like... The doctor at first was like, yeah, you can be done. But most people, the side effects go away in like, 2 months, a month. So I was like, okay, I will ride this out.
Something
Because-
in that Middletown water.
So,
Side effects do not go away from me. All the meds that I've been put on.
Middletown.
my big thing with it was like the fucking nonstop liver pain I had.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what started all your shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the GLP-1s or whatever, they are supposed to be like a miracle for inflammatory shit. And it's done wonders in that regard. Like 2 days ago, I ate an apple dumpling. 2 days. I have the worst fucking indigestion right now because of that apple dumpling.
Wow.
It's still just sitting in me. Like, I was driving over here and I would burp and I'd get like stomach acid just going right up in me. Yeah, like 4 out of 5 burps. It is a gamble if something's going to come up with it.
Oh, that's how I am if I don't take Prilosec all the time.
Yeah, and that's one of the things they say. They're like, well, take a antacid, like a Prilosec level antacid. But
It's horrible.
you're not supposed to take them regularly for long periods
You're
of time.
supposed to take like a 2-week course and then stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my doctor is just like, well.
Yeah, and
They took
Either
they
that or
took
hate
the,
living.
well they
so-
took the alternative off the market, so he's just like, okay, keep taking it.
yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like, you're not supposed to, but doctors are just like, well, you do it or you deal with
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah,
And hopefully continuing to take it doesn't cause any problems. For a lot of people it doesn't. But for some people it does, and that's why they say 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, so I'm like, look, I have enough problems. I don't want to go back to fucking popping omeprazole
Yeah.
daily
Yeah.
like I used to back in the day. Oh my god, man. Like, and
trying to lay an egg.
I was losing more weight off of Ozempic than I have on Ozempic, which doesn't make sense.
No.
Because I barely eat.
Uh,
What I do eat just fucking sits in me forever. Oh my god, the constipation. Like, I drink, at minimum, like 24, 32 glasses of water a day.
yeah.
Like,
And it still doesn't keep it moving.
I mean, I got tea now because I fucking threw out the last jug I had. So I'm like, all right, I need a new jug to put water in. So I went and bought tea. I'll drink like 4 of these a day of water. And my shit is still rock solid. So they gave me a medicine to like make all that water go into my ass. So I'm basically supposed to have diarrhea. But what happens is I still have that like rock solid shit sitting there. And
it's
then
just
the
like a
diarrhea
plug.
gets behind
Yeah.
it. And it just fucking hurts. And
Yeah.
my hemorrhoids are fucking awful right
The
now.
old manhole cover explosion.
Tell you what, for anybody who's never been constipated, having diarrhea is the fucking worst. I would
Yeah.
take it any day over being blocked up. It gets so bad.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, take a stool softener with it. But if you take stool softeners for like a week, then you're dependent on them.
Yeah.
So when you stop taking them,
You get constipated again.
yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm having enough trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
Well, and taking a stool softener isn't going to soften what's already in
Yeah.
there
Yeah, exactly.
either.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'll take the stool softener, but buddy, get a glove on because you're going up there and getting it.
you're going elbow deep, my friend.
Yep.
It is the worst fucking drug I've ever taken. The worst fucking.
And he's taking
prescription.
heroin. And he's done Jankum.
I did Jankum.
I was gonna step up to PCP next, but you just jumped straight for the trump card with Jankum. God damn.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Jankum.
No, I would take Jankum. I started having a weird reaction where, like, you know, when you inject it into yourself, it's supposed to be a simple injection, you know, it's a little pen system, and you screw the needle on, and you put it in, and, well, for some reason, the injection's not going deep enough. So it bubbles up into, like, a fucking donut.
Yep.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, why is this happening? Because I'm pushing it fucking hard to make sure this doesn't happen. It's at the right angle, but no, it's just fucking going into, like, the top layer of my skin for some reason.
Put it in your dick. See what happens. Get that dick donut.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, but that's because you got shit.
Yeah, that's true.
What'd you eat today?
See, here's the thing. It could also be food poisoning. Because I had leftover pizza from work yesterday. Like, they bought everybody pizza and then put the leftovers in the fridge, and I had some leftovers today. But I don't know how long they let it sit out before they put it away.
Right.
So, I mean, I didn't eat anything that had meat on it. But still cheese and stuff.
Probably okay.
I hope so.
I mean, we leave pizza all the time, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
We just put it in the oven for the night, and then I eat it. So you're probably okay. Now, if it was sitting under a heat lamp, you're probably not okay.
I like me some cold pizza.
Yeah.
I'm a big cold pizza enthusiast.
I am too, and nothing beats it. It's actually supposed to be healthier for you. It's like what it provides is not that bad of a breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, sure.
Like, way better than, like, sugary pancakes and shit.
Yeah, or like French toast or something.
Yeah, it's so good.
French toast. I used to have to play this, I didn't have to play that specific PSA, but at the radio station, you know, you'd have to play a PSA and a promo, like, twice an hour. And I would always grab the French toast cart, because it was like stoners on Jeopardy. So, you know, the guy would be asking them a serious question, and the guy would ring in and go, French toast. I fucking loved it. And that was the don't do drugs PSA.
The only PSA that I remember from WMSS was the retinitis pigmentosa one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun to say.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, I don't think any of us knew what it actually was.
And even WMSS is, like, technology ruined it. Like,
Yeah.
10 years ago, they had this thing at the new... It's not even the new school anymore. I don't think it was the new school at that, because it would have been, like, 10 years after it opened. But it was like, hey, come on back for the anniversary and check out our new digs.
Is it just like an auto DJ at this point?
Yeah. Yeah. The person just goes in there and they sit down at a computer and they push a button. And you can only play, like, what's on the computer to play. And I'm thinking, like, well, where's the fun in that? Because I used to fucking lug, like, a giant duffel bag of CDs.
Just imagining Josh being there like, man, these kids, they should have seen me and Josh and be like, like, got 4 or 5 turntables going, backwards neon hat.
Oh, man.
Although, but by my senior year, I was fucking over it. I just burned my radio show onto 2 discs, and I played the same fucking show over and over again until I graduated.
Oh, man.
And then I never did anything with that extracurricular.
That's a good thing you didn't, because it's dying.
Yeah.
You want to play some games, I think, Doug?
Did you hear that, too?
Yeah, we'll,
Yeah, I think we better...
That came from higher up in the...
we might want to wrap this baby up.
Spock, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser.
Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise?
No, Spock, it happened in Florida.
Let me transfer them games to my notebook so I can actually record some answers.
When your stomach's like, yo, get the fuck out of my house.
I'm like, no, I'm good to hang out. I'm good to hang out. And the stomach's like, no, you're not. Fuck you. Get in that bathroom and you wait.
Gentlemen, our states this week, they are Florida, New York, and Georgia.
Okay.
Headline number 1. 52-year-old man charged to 19 days in jail, 11 months of probation, and 20 hours of community service for raising his gown and jiggling his genitals at people in the hospital.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
No.
Nope.
I don't know if anybody ever told that guy, but not okay.
Headline numero 2.
Genital jiggler.
I mean, that's one of the most lighthearted headlines we've had
Yeah,
in so long, but...
Yeah, these are all pretty fun, I guess.
All right.
I don't know. I mean,
Well-
don't show your...
I'll be back.
Oh, the poor man.
Oh, man.
Shitting enough for both of us.
Just, well...
You called it.
I mean, I heard it. I heard his stomach being like, yo.
And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission.
All right, we got a genital jiggler.
Yeah, but
Florida, Georgia, New York. Let's see if we can get this done.
I feel like I can make it through the game now.
Doug was just like, well...
It was a load off.
That
Although,
was-
you know what? I
that
think
one-
I might.
That worked?
I think I might be a vegetarian now. 'Cause Casey stopped at a Mexican place and got me some birria soup the other day,
Yeah.
and it was amazing.
You could live off that?
But it looked exactly like what was in that bowl when I was done.
Okay.
It might have contributed too, because it looked like there were some chunks of beef floating around in there. Yeah.
headline number 2. Elementary school issues ban on Crocs over children being unable to walk in them without falling.
I just want to see that school. Oh,
This
man.
is how bad like the new generation is doing.
I mean, if the schools would just teach them how to walk in Crocs, it wouldn't be a problem, right?
Well, Linda McMahon is running the Department of Education here coming up, Doug. You know, I've been pretty much always felt like thinking the next generation is dumb is probably not true.
Oh man.
Yeah, we
But-
fucked them up. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
it's
Mistakes were made. with
mistakes were definitely made with the internet
Yeah.
generation.
this. Absolutely.
I felt like I mean, I've always felt like the next generation was dumb, but I thought that was just a we're getting old thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't seriously write them off.
Right.
until
But then COVID happened,
Yeah.
and it just completely fucked up their development, and now they're idiots.
yeah, what little actual like socialization kids were getting anymore,
Yeah.
went away.
Last year was Dee's last COVID class. Mm-hmm. So they're all, like the kindergartners during COVID are now third graders. And she has such an easy year this year. And she's like, now it's partially the students I got. But she's just, it's like, man, that really fucked kids up.
It's so weird to think
Yeah,
about.
right?
Get back to the game in a second, but like,
Yeah.
you know, you look at like the rings on a tree, and they're like, you can tell when something really bad happened because this ring of the tree is like thicker or fucked up, and like layers of the soil and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, and that's people who were kids in
Yeah.
their formative years during all that shit.
Yeah.
so-
And it's gonna happen again though. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because like we're getting avian flu next.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Just the time to our wartime leader would come back to
Yeah.
fight off avian flu.
Yeah,
by
for
killing
real.
Another
So
couple million.
RFK Jr., the
Yeah.
guy with the brainworm, can help us fight off
Right.
the virus. Yeah, but yeah, there was a study out of like Toronto or something, and they're like, yeah, no, it's mutated to the point where like it's easily transmissible to humans and from human to human, and it's like, oh, cool.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. So
You know what? We talked about it before, and
Send me home.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm already
the-
home, but send everybody
you know
else
what?
home. It wasn't that bad.
the pandemic has fucked up an entire like 4 years of children, but the pandemic was fucking nice. Okay.
I'll tell hey,
oh, we thrived.
we're putting on hazmat suits to play D&D, though. I don't want to give that up. I love it.
You know,
Yeah.
the lockdown period for us,
That was fantastic.
literally the best time of our lives.
Yes, same with us.
Like not even being hyperbolic in
No.
the slightest. It was literally the best
Yes,
thing ever.
absolutely.
It sucked not being able to see people.
Yeah,
like in person.
Yeah, this
but,
what we're
like,
doing right now is what I missed.
Yes.
Yeah, this was my only real social change.
So if we have to go into lockdown again, we just have to do it together.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have to-
that's
we have
what we
to
learned.
just, like-
That's what we learned. Yeah. So long as we only hang out with each other,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized the other day that like this and D&D are all I really look forward to doing.
And me too.
And you know when you're doing really bad when you don't feel like doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or D&D.
And
When you're not looking forward to it, you're like, I might be depressed. I should go touch some grass.
That shit
Yeah.
actually helps.
Yeah, it really does.
I
the fuck it does.
just
I got grass all around me.
you got to go outside.
No.
Like actually,
It's this kind of grass.
yeah.
Oh,
Actually, like I'll say it helps, but only because I don't see the sunlight for days at a time.
Yeah, true.
And like if I actually go outside, I do feel better because I have not seen sunlight in days. That actually like it doesn't help if you're actually depressed. It's just
Yeah.
not seeing sunlight is not a good thing.
It will have a depressive effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
all right. So we got the genital jiggler. We got the Crocs.
It's fucking dumbass kids.
Okay, that was a safe one, but it still hurt.
Just falling over.
No surprises came up with it.
Okay, good. All right.
Headline number 3. Man who spent $6.2 million for a banana attached to a wall with duct tape eats the banana.
Is that fucker that bought the
that's a
Wu-Tang
good
record still in jail?
Ooh.
I don't think he is.
That was the farmer. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the farmer
Farmer Bro.
guy. Yeah.
Farmer Bro.
Yeah, I bet he ate the banana. I bet it's him.
Where is he from? Not Georgia.
New York.
Well, okay, so let's analyze that story just very briefly, though, because, like, okay, yes, you did pay millions of dollars for a banana duct tape to a wall, and I'm sorry, but you're stupider than the kids that don't know how to walk. But once you've bought it, that doesn't mean that just because the banana cost you millions of dollars that it's going to last forever. You might as well eat it. You paid for
True.
it.
Right?
You paid for, like, several billion bananas. You should at least eat the one you got for it.
Yeah. I guess it's a continuation of the art, right?
I guess so. Banksy would have liked it if
Yeah.
he sold a banana to somebody and they ate it. I assume. I've never met Banksy.
No.
If you have.
You might have.
That's true. I might have. Could be somebody in this room.
Fucking Paul. No.
Probably not,
No,
but
it was Paulie. You didn't meet him.
it's true. I didn't meet Polly.
Listen, if I were Banksy, I wouldn't be telling Ken that I'm not sure if I can afford a new computer.
That's fair.
my box spring broke like a month ago. I've still been using it. I just droop down on one side now.
Just put a piece of plywood here. I'll fix that fucker up.
That's
the
the
Gil
bed that you
Martin
had
way.
to buy because your dad said you're not allowed to sleep on the floor.
I was telling Dee that's the Gil Martin way. I was like, we were talking about furniture or whatever, and I was just like, we just didn't get new furniture.
Yeah.
I was just like, we had a couch where you would fall to the floor. So to fix it, we just put plywood under the cushions, and then you just sat down and you just sat on a cushion on plywood. It was not comfortable whatsoever.
Yeah.
We didn't get new furniture until somebody was getting rid of their old furniture.
That's exactly how my mom
Yeah.
got the couch she has now. My aunt was throwing it out. She got new furniture. We inherited it. They hate it.
That's what they got.
It's what it is.
Do we have to play, Doug?
We do.
Okay. Red
Okay.
meat, we got Florida, New York, and Georgia.
Okay. New York is the duct tape wall guy because I think he is on Wall Street banker kind of guy. Georgia is the guy that showed his nuts because I want to say the Georgia Jiggler. And then I'm putting the dumbass kids that can't walk in Florida.
Dollar menu?
Oh, Jacksonville Jiggler would be pretty good.
Okay,
too.
there you go.
I'm also gonna put the banana in New York because I also feel like if somebody's gonna be that rich and that stupid with their money, it's probably likely to be
A day trader kind of guy.
yeah. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and put the Jiggler in Florida.
Jacksonville Jiggler.
The Jacksonville Jiggler.
And some dumbass kids in Georgia.
Whichever one of us wins this, if we were right about Florida, has to change our nickname in the competition to the Jacksonville Jiggler or the Georgia Jiggler.
In which case, we'll wrap this up and say going 3 for 3. Our winner and new champion, once again,
The Jacksonville
The
Jiggler.
Jacksonville Jiggler. I'll take it.
which means now it's time for the joke of the week.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
Why do flamingos only lift up one leg?
Because they're about to shit themselves.
Because if they lived in both, they'd fall over.
Oh yeah!
Okay. I like that one.
Joke of the week, everybody. Thanks for listening.
But you cannot fuck around with...
You're fired, Adam. You're all washed up in this business.